What's going down, folks? It's your boy C back on the Madden 17 franchise, and in today's video, I'm bringing you week number 5 against the Los Angeles Rams, and this video is going to be all about redemption. If you guys remember back to the last video against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, we lost that game in the worst possible way. Coming down to the last couple of drives in the game, I ended up making a costly turnover, and we just weren't able to bounce back and take the W. So in this one, I really want to come out and set the tone early and just hopefully ride that momentum the entire game and hopefully avoid any type of last-minute drama, but we'll see how it plays out. Now, a couple of things to watch out for in this one, you guys, is one, Desmond Trufant. Last week, he got eaten alive by Mike Evans. I think Mike put up a $130 and a touchdown on him, so we'll see if he's able to bounce back in this one. And also, I want to see how our newly acquired linebacker Marquise Marshall fares against his former team. This should definitely be a good one. Now, getting into the gameplay, Anderson comes out under center in a 2-wide set, takes the snap and hands it off to Eubanks, who tries to run up the gut with it, and he's only going to pick up about a couple on the play. So bringing up a 2nd and 8 now, Anderson dropping back, looking downfield, and throws complete to Austin Hooper, who gets enough yardage for a first down, taking it up to the 32. So Anderson's first completion of the day goes to Hooper for a gain of 9. Looking at a 1st and 10 now, going back to the ground game, Eubanks is going to pick up 5 there, setting up 2nd and manageable. Hooper again making another grab, this time picking up more yardage after the catch, and it looked like he might have dragged the DB for an extra yard or two after making the catch. So going back to the ground game on the next play, Eubanks almost breaks free. If he would have broke that last tackle, he would have been gone. But that sets up a 2nd and 3, going with the play action, going right back to Austin Hooper, and again he absorbs the contact and falls forward for some extra yardage. Austin Hooper definitely showed up to LA to play today, you guys. So after that play, we got a 1st and 10 from the 29. Anderson working it underneath to his other tight end, Barry Wall, and he makes the grab just shy of the first down. So looking at a 2nd and 3, the toss goes to Eubanks, and that play gets blown up. That is not something that we want to see right there. So instead of a 2nd and 3, we got a 3rd and 9 now. Anderson to Eubanks, and all that completion does is just get the yardage right back that we just lost. So our opening drive is going to stall, and the field goal unit comes out. Kick is up and it's good. We end up taking an early 3-0 lead in this one. It would have been nice to put up 7 on the board, but I'm definitely satisfied to come away with points to start this one off. How did the Rams fare on their first drive? The first pass is thrown incomplete. We sent a little bit of heat after Jared Goff, and I think that was Vic Beasley there applying the pressure. On 2nd and 10 here, Goff has all kinds of time to survey the field, cocks it back and takes a deep shot, and is dropped by Josh Gordon. That could have been a huge play for the Rams offense. Fortunately, it worked out in our favor though. Now, looking at 3rd and long, Goff gets smacked by Taylor Till just as he releases it, and the pass just sails over the heads of pretty much anybody near it, and we end up forcing a 3 and out. So on our next possession here on 1st and 10, Anderson working the middle of the field, throws complete to the tight end Barry Wall, and that's going to move the chains to just outside the 50-yard line. Next play on 1st and 10, the handoff goes to Eubanks, and he gets a nice gain on the play. Looks like he's going to pick up about 8, leaving us with a 2nd and short. So on the next play here, Barry Wall once again gets involved, making another grab on the play. One thing's for sure, the game plan early in this one has definitely been to work our tight ends against their linebackers underneath, and to also work in a few doses of the run game as Eubanks gets another nice run right there. The game plan has been pretty effective early in the first quarter. We've been able to move the ball pretty much at will. We've just got to be able to punch it in, and man, I thought Barry Wall was going to come down with that. That was close. So after the incompletion, we're looking at a 3rd and 7 situation. Anderson takes the snap and the gun drops back, throws complete to KB, and he took a shot right there. I'm surprised he held on to it. Good thing he did though, because we've got to capitalize on this field position as that run right there by Eubanks pretty much goes nowhere. So looking to go to the air on 2nd and 9, Anderson goes up top to KB and drops it in the bucket. Kevin Body making a grab for the score, and then he dusts the remains of the DB off of his uniform because he just burned him. That was a great effort by Kevin Body there. So getting back on defense, Todd Gurley gets the handoff from Goff and breaks it into the 2nd level and gets taken down at the 48-yard line. If the Rams offense is going to get going, Todd is going to have to be the one to initiate it. So on the next play here, Goff is in the gun, takes the snap, hands the ball off to Gurley, and again, Todd gets another nice run, setting up a 2nd and 4. Giving it right back to Todd Gurley again. This time he picks up the first down, and he's already averaging 10 yards a carry. That's something that we're going to have to watch out for moving forward. So after the nice completion there to the tight end, goes for a gain of 7. On 2nd and 3, Todd gets another carry, and he's still up, keeping his legs moving, steamrolling through Westmoreland and Deion Jones. Todd Gurley has clearly started to wake up in the second quarter. This is not a good sign. Moving ahead a bit in the drive to a 3rd and 5 situation. Goff's under pressure but gets rid of it complete to Josh Gordon for the first down. And I'm not sure if you guys noticed who Josh was working against on that play, but it was Desmond Trufant there that gave it the first down. I'm not trying to overthink it. It was just one play, but with the way he played last game, it's definitely worth making a mental note. But there are a few of you guys that thought it's already time to move on from Desmond. So we'll just keep an eye on it and see how things play out in the rest of this one. So with the Rams in the red zone on the 3rd and 6, Goff fakes the wide receiver screen trying to find another receiver open, but decides to dump it short to Gordon, who goes just about nowhere after making the grab. So that's going to be a win for our defense. They did a really good job in the red zone right there with keeping the Rams out. But unfortunately, our offense can't do anything with it on the next possession, and we end up going 3 and out, giving the ball right back to LA. And with decent field position, look at that dot thrown by Jared Goff. Again, go back and check who was in coverage on that play. So after the completion for a first down, Goff comes out, dialing up the screen game, dumping it off to Todd Gurley, and he picks up a nice gain of 6 on the play, and the Rams immediately call a timeout to stop the clock. Next play, 2nd and 4. Goff hits Gurley leaking out of the backfield for a nice completion, taking it up to the 25-yard line. So the Rams offense has a little bit of rhythm to it here late in the second. 1st and 10 now. Goff drops back, looks downfield, and hits Tavon Austin for a score. Unbelievable. The Rams have just put out whatever momentum I had early in the first quarter, and they've been able to rattle off 10 unanswered points. Our defense is going to have to bring it the second half. So getting into the 3rd quarter now, the Rams have possession at the 28. Goff takes a big hit but still gets rid of it, and Josh Gordon somehow comes down with it at the 40. And this time it was Kevin Sweet on the coverage, but Josh Gordon seems to be playing with a little extra chip on his shoulder. Maybe he wasn't happy about the trade a couple weeks ago? I don't know, but whatever it is, he's a little extra motivated in this one. Anyway though, getting back to the gameplay, Gurley makes the catch and takes it up to the 32-yard line before being tackled by Sweet. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 2 now. Jared Goff under center, hands it off to Gurley up the middle, and he takes a huge hit from Keanu Neal, but he still manages to pick up a first down at the 28. So the next play is another handoff to Gurley, and this time he's going to run it all the way in for a score, and the Rams now have the lead. Our defense has just surrendered 17 unanswered points. So now we're going to need to lean on the offense. If anybody's going to help us step up and recapture momentum, it's going to need to happen on this drive. With 8 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter, we cannot afford to go down 2 scores. So after the nice run there by Eubanks brings up a 2nd and 5, we toss it to him again off the left side. Eubanks moving the chains, taking us all the way up to the 43-yard line. So on 1st and 10, Anderson drops back, trying to dump it off to Eubanks in the flat, but the Rams are all over that. And now we're looking at 2nd and long. So taking the snap in the gun, Anderson waiting for a receiver and hits Braxton Miller between the defense, and he's going to move the chains all the way up to the 43. Next play, 1st and 10, Anderson going back to the tight end, and we get the same result as we did in the first quarter, another first down. So a couple plays later on 2nd and 8, the toss goes to Sawyer, and he's going to break it outside before being pushed out of bounds to the 23. So now that brings up a 3rd and 3 situation. This time attacking the left side of the defense, Sawyer gets the toss, and he's going to pick up 14 yards and set us up inside the red zone. Then a couple plays later on 2nd and goal, Anderson taking the snap, firing through the middle of the defense, somehow completes the pass to Kevin Body. I don't know how that pass was completed. Take another look at this, you guys. KB just runs straight through the teeth of the defense, and Anderson puts the ball right on him. I don't know how that pass wasn't tipped or batted down. There was just so much congestion around the ball right there. KB just made one heck of a play, and we needed to score too, because now it's a tie ball game with 3 minutes and 15 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. So the Rams take the field once again. Tavon Austin working underneath, makes the grab there, taking him up to the 36. So looking at 2nd and short, the Rams are in the jumbo set. Dixon shoots the A-gap and demolishes Todd Gurley. The ball's on the ground. Vic Beasley picks it up for the easy scoop and score, and that's exactly the way that we steal momentum right back. Look at this hit. Damian Dixon crushes Todd Gurley with all 93 of his hit power, and Gurley has no choice but to cough it up. Look at that. That was just a devastating hit. Just when we needed a big play, our offense stepped up on their last possession, our defense stepped up to the challenge and forced a huge turnover and score. What a huge play by the defense to catapult us back into the lead. Now the defense takes the field once again after forcing the fumble and the score, and they're still charged up. Taylor Till brings down Todd Gurley after a gain of 1, bringing up 2nd and 9, and this time Gurley runs right into Devondre Campbell in the backfield. That was good penetration there by Devondre. So looking at 3rd and 9 now, Goff drops back, has a really clean pocket but dumps it off short to Todd Gurley, and the DBs are right there to make the tackle short of the first down. Now, moving ahead a bit to the fourth quarter, same score. Looking at a 3rd and 2, Anderson fires a bullet to Kevin Body, and he makes the grab at the 23. So after picking up the first down there, all we need to do is just take the air out of the ball and take care of it. Let's milk as much clock as possible, and we can get out of here with a W. Eubanks gets another nice running lane there to pick up a first down. That eventually leads us to a field goal try on 4th and goal. Crosby comes out and nails it, and that is your ball game, ladies and gentlemen. We end up bouncing back from last game's horrible loss to take a win over the Rams 27-17, and I must add that I am really enjoying playing with this new slider set. The last 2 games that I played with this set have been really competitive, and to be honest, I've been frustrated at times. And I mean frustrated in a good way, don't get me wrong. It's definitely more of a challenge than my previous set, and that's what I like most about it. Now, let's move on to the stats so I can get you on with your day. Zach Anderson went 22 of 32 for 210 yards and 2 touchdowns, and most importantly, 0 picks. Like you guys saw in the last game, it's pretty tough to win if you're turning the ball over, so I'm happy we didn't do that today. On to the running backs. Dre Eubanks also had a good game with 24 carries for $104. It would have been nice to get him in the end zone, but I guess it just wasn't meant to be. On to the receivers numbers. There really wasn't a standout in terms of yardage, but I have to give the game ball to KB for those 2 touchdowns, one of which was just impossible, but he just made a great play. Anyways, you guys, that's all the time I got for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'm signing off, and I'll see you in the next one.